Don't waste your time listening to crappy headphones. You deserve better than what's in the box. With the Clarity HD headphones, listen your way, Bluetooth, analog, or digital. Find yours at PLUGHITZLive.com/monster.
Hey guys, Scott here with PLUGHITZ Live, part of the Tech Podcast Network. I am here at the Merkury Innovations booth at CES 2017. I'm talking with Saul about the Genie line of smart home products. We've got a whole variety of things behind us here. What have we got going on?
So immediately behind us, we have a series of smart plugs, and they're plugged into regular household appliances. Okay. So what they're able to do is basically anything you plug into it, you're able to control it from your phone. And so it's one type of product that are controlling 4 different appliances. It can also control an air conditioner or vinyl player, etc. And the bigger story is that this is one item as part of a line of smart home products that all are using the same app, all don't require any hub. And so it's really easy. We finally made a line for the average consumer who wants to start out and try smart home.
So it's not using a hub, so how are they connected? Because obviously they have to be connected to one another. In the past we saw these kind of power widgety products run on like X10 or a super closed system. How do these guys work?
Yeah, so this is actually much simpler. You don't need any hub, which also makes it cheaper. Instead, what it does is you plug it in, it starts blinking, which says it's ready to connect, and the app connects it in a couple seconds to your home network directly. So each item we sell, and that's plugs, bulbs, surge protectors, which we'll show you, each one has a little Wi-Fi brain, and it talks to your home network, and it's very, very simple, which means that unlike Bluetooth or other technologies, you can also use it from anywhere.
Sure. That's really cool. So all these little guys connect to your Wi-Fi at home or the office, wherever it is that you're using them, and then you can control just a regular, you buy it at IKEA lamp or whatever, and
Exactly.
Perfect. That's great, which is, similar to what like the X10 stuff was years ago, right. But you had to deal with which leg of the power was it on, and you had to be in the building, and you had to control it from other things that were part of the system. You couldn't do it from your phone, or
Exactly.
You could do it from your computer, but that was a challenge.
Yeah, and one of the classic tech problems is where's the remote? So when you're dealing with that kind of like remote system, you have to really, really find the remote. Here, everything's controllable from your phone. It's cloud-based, so if you use a different phone or a tablet, you could be logged on to multiple devices and each one controls it. Or you could share access. So like, if you have a guest visiting, you can give them access to their lights, but not your bedroom. Or give it to everybody, etc. So it's really, really easy on the basic level to use, but really robust if you want to dig into the features.
Okay, so one of the things that's kind of a normal thing in the bulb world, which you're kind of getting yourself into by doing the power widgets, right, is creating like scenes, the ability to control a collection, or rooms, to control a collection of devices all at once. Yep. Can you do that with these two?
Yes, you can. We offer grouping capabilities if it's the same type of item, but you can also do scenes for a collection of items, and you can set schedules. So one type of thing to do is to set a schedule where it'll turn off a specific time every day, or you can set a button like go to sleep and have all of your devices linked to that scene, and then it'll just shut everything off.
That's great. Now, obviously, you said that these weren't the only guys in the product line. Let's take a look at some of the other stuff. All right, so now behind us, we've got a whole wall of your bulbs, and they're doing some crazy stuff. I imagine that this is all part of what you can do with the app?
Yeah, so I call this CES mode, but it actually is built into the app. You could do something like this, or much more subdued. Basically, so here we
You mean that the average consumer doesn't want to build a wall of like blinking lights?
I swear to God, people have asked me how to build this wall. People actually do want to do it.
I believe you.
But basically, so here we have 35 different bulbs together. The average consumer, so they could group by room, or they could link their whole house. They can it can be connected to one network or to many networks. So whatever you're doing on the app, we can handle it. And so here there's 35 bulbs linked together, and with one tap of a button, we could just turn them all off. Another tap, turn them all on. And this is all in the same app as we were controlling the plugs before, and the same app as we control all of our devices. You can also set scenes, as we were saying. So like this is like a little softer reading light. We can go into color and choose any color very, very simply. You can also control each bulb individually if we wanted to. Change the brightness, and most importantly, because usually you don't want to have yellow or blue bulbs around, there's a white mode, and so now it's just a regular white bulb, and that's dimmable. So it's all really easy to use, and we'll show you some of the bulbs that we've actually designed, which are meant to replace bulbs that people buy anyway. Sure. So what we did, if you want to take a look over here, we basically took the most popular bulbs in America and said, how can we make it smart? Sure. So this line, the Lux line, is just white bulbs. So we offer the Lux, which is white bulbs, and Prisma, which is color, like we showed over there. And so the Lux 800 looks exactly like a regular A19 bulb, sure, because it is, except that it's a little smarter, and it's the same brightness as a traditional 60-watt bulb. It's LED, so it's low energy. It'll last 23 years, but you can replace your regular bulbs and have the same brightness. If you're used to something a little brighter, like a 75-watt bulb, we have a 1050 lumen bulb, which is brighter. We also have a drop light fixture, a BR30 style, and a floodlight, which is going to be outdoor certified and waterproof. And then we have those available in white versions and color. So we really wanted to make it very easy for someone who wants to start out to use smart home. To basically, they just have to buy one bulb now, rather than have to buy a whole kit, because it's just connects directly to the Wi-Fi. They don't have to buy a hub and be in like $200. So should I talk about pricing a little bit?
I was just going to say, so you've mentioned a number of times that part of this is that it's easy to get into, it's less expensive, right, to try out. Yeah. How much less expensive are we talking?
Right, so we know that color smart bulbs cost anywhere from $40 to $70 per bulb, when you normally have to have a hub in addition, which could cost you $60 to $100. So for us, each bulb costs $25 to $35. So for the $25 point, you could basically replace all your A19 white lights, or these bulbs that we showed you on the wall, which are 450 lumen and have colors and all these different scenes. So at $24.99, it's a much easier way for customers to start out, because the average American household has over 50 bulbs. So
well, that's quite a statistic.
Yeah, so if they're trying to spend $60 per bulb, it gets expensive pretty fast. So it's understandable that people want to try it, but we have to make it easier for them.
Yeah, and $160 to try the technology is insane.
Exactly. And the other advantage is that, so now we're talking about one brand that makes light bulbs that are expensive, and then there's another brand that makes cameras that are expensive. There's another brand that makes these smart plugs that are expensive. So you're spending all this money and you end up with 4 or 5 different apps. So with us, all of our products work off of one app, and it is compatible with Amazon Echo. Let's see if it works with the CES Wi-Fi. Okay. Alexa, turn on light wall. How's that for a high-risk demo?
Yeah, for those of you who have never been here, anything that requires sound that's controlled or network connectivity that's controlled at the show floor is always a high-risk demo.
It's the Evel Knievel of smart home demos.
Well, that's really cool. So are these guys available now? Are they coming soon? Where can I get them?
So they're going to be available end of first quarter. Some other products are going to come in second quarter, like our smart surge protector, we're actually able to control each item individually. So you have 4 kitchen appliances or things under your TV that you're plugging in. You can turn them on and off individually, and also see if you left them on, and control it from anywhere. So we're really excited about the surge protector, and the line will start being released in the first quarter and major retailers.
So there was a feature of the widgets that you and I talked about earlier, but I don't know that we talked about on camera, that drives me to a question about this. So let's talk about that real quick. You had told me that you can actually monitor your power usage with those.
Yeah, you can. So with the smart plugs, the energy model, so we have spot and energy. So the energy model has energy tracking. So not only can you connect it from anywhere with the Amazon Echo or with the app, but you can also see how much energy that's using. So a great use case for that is a refrigerator or a window air conditioning unit, where it's that's something you really want to time or choose when you're going to turn it on the way home. You don't want to run it all day, and you also want to be able to track what it's doing.
Now, I would love to see that right in there. I don't know if it's in there or not, but I would love to see that.
It's we're working on that to get that in there.
That would be fantastic. Now, it's not just electricity and lighting that factors into this system. We've got 2 little cameras back here too, right?
Yeah, exactly. So this is the Genie Vision. It comes in white and dark gray styles. It's HD home security camera. It comes in 720p or 1080p. And it offers all the features of a premium security camera, including night vision, 2-way audio, so you can talk to whoever's in the room or hear what's going on in the room. It has motion detection alarm, so there's an alert that's sent to your phone if it senses motion in the room. And there's night vision, I think I mentioned, and there's also storage on micro SD cards. So the user doesn't have to subscribe to an expensive cloud package. They could just put in a $10 or $20 micro SD card, and it'll record everything, and they could just play it back from there, from their phone.
And so, since it's got the same brand on it, I imagine we can interact with it through the same application?
Yeah. Well, you can't make that assumption in CES. A lot of people brand it, and it's 4 different apps. But yes, with all of our Genie products, it's all usable from the same Genie app, and which is really powerful because in this case, for instance, let's say you get a notification someone's in your home, you could now not only see what's going on, you can control the lights, or if you have an appliance plugged in. So it really gives you a full home visibility, but in an interface it's simple. It's not something that you have to go home and program and hire someone to set up for you.
Now, we didn't talk about this before, but I'm curious. So the camera will alert you to the phone if there's motion. Can we use that alert as a trigger to do things to the lights and stuff?
We're working on that.
That would be wonderful to me.
We're working on making it a trigger for the scenes that we were talking about earlier.
And the cameras are also coming soon, or are they out now?
Same availability. It's going to be end of first quarter.
All right. Very cool. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me today.
Thank you very much. It's been great explaining the Genie line.
For continuing CES 2017 coverage, stay tuned to PLUGHITZlive.com.